Session 4, Finding a Real Estate Agent. Before hunting for a home, you'll want to hunt down an agent first. I don't mean with a bow and arrow, I just mean find yourself somebody to work with. In this section, you'll be introduced to 5 steps to finding the right agent for your house hunt. And you'll conduct your hunt by using referrals, by conducting some online research, by interviewing at least more than one potential agent, conducting a knowledge test, and negotiating the buyer's agent agreement with terms in your favor. Number 1, referrals. The easiest thing to do is to ask a friend who recently bought or sold a home, hey, how was your agent? How was your experience? If your friend was satisfied with the agent's professionalism, then you should ask for that person's contact information and schedule a consultation with him or her. Number 2, online research. Narrow down your list to your top 5 prospects. This is simple. You just go on Google, you look on Zillow, or go to realtor.com, find 5 potential real estate agents that you would possibly work with, and then check out the prospective agents' websites and social media presence, and see if they're active on Facebook and Twitter or YouTube. How do they use technology in their day-to-day practice? Number 3, interviewing. According to the National Association of Realtors 2015 Profile of Home Buyers and Sellers, most people go with the first agent they meet. But to do an adequate comparison, you should meet with 2 or 3 agents. Plan on drilling down to your top 3 picks and then schedule an interview with each prospective agent. You'll want to prepare for the interviews by drafting a short list of what technical and interpersonal skills you think are important when you're looking for the ideal agent. You'll be communicating a lot with this person, so you'll want to select an agent who you can respect, trust, and become friends with. Number 4, local market knowledge. One way to ensure that you are selecting a skilled agent is to ask him or her to provide you with some local market data on a specific neighborhood, such as what is the list price sell price ratio? What are the number of days on market a house sits when you put it on the MLS? What is the average sales price within the past 90 days? What is the market price per square foot of gross living area? That, folks, is a number that will be used to determine price adjustments in comparing the subject property to some comparables. That's how you drill down to what the market price is. The walkability score. What is the walkability score? And by the way, let me go back to the market price per square foot. Basically, you just take the sell price of a comparable and then you divide it by the number of square feet that the house has. Like, so if it's a 1,900 square feet and the house sold for $220,000, then you take the $220,000 and divide it by 1,900 square feet, and that equals $105.26 per square foot. Moving on. And sorry about all the noise, getting my calculator out of the drawer here. Okay, so the walkability score. What is the walkability score? Okay, most websites, good contemporary websites, will provide you with a walkability score, which means how long does it take you to get walking from point A to point B, point A being the subject property and point B being areas of interest, the recreational facilities that are available, such as shopping or restaurants to go dining and so forth, parks, that kind of thing. And see, where can you get access to crime data? Now, that information is not readily available. It's not provided to you on the MLS. So, there are websites that you can get from the realtors that you can go and check that out. You might be able to use City Data. I'm not sure. I haven't checked that out in a long while, but City Data might be able to provide you with some crime data for a specific neighborhood. But you want to know, I would assume that you don't want to move next door to a criminal who's on parole. Just, again, my assumption. D, schools and rankings for a particular neighborhood. Do you want to send your kids to a school with a rating of a 3 or a 2? Or do you want to send your kids to a school with a rating of, let's say, 7 or higher? So you want to ask your realtor, what are the school ratings? Especially if you can get into an A-plus school, it's all the better for your child. And then E, service providers. Lender, title agent, home inspector, handyman, general contractor, pest control. I mean, those are simple things that you're going to come across needs when you purchase your home. Things happen, people, right? You're going to probably need a plumber at some point, and maybe an electrician if you want to move a socket, an electrical outlet from one wall to another. Does this person have these contacts available to give to you? That's just the level of professionalism. If they have that information, then that just gives another notch on the belt, right? Another rung to be compared with. That's better than somebody who doesn't have that information. And number 5, the buyer's agent agreement. Here's some good news. When you hire your buyer's agent, you don't pay them directly. His or her commission comes from the seller and is already built into the asking price, which is typically 6% of the sales price. And that 6% commission is split between the seller's agent and the buyer's agent, or AKA cooperating broker. They each get typically 3%, at least on the residential side of real estate. So when asked to sign a buyer's agent agreement, consider limiting the time frame to at least 30 days, but not more than 60 days. I'll tell you why. If you've narrowed down your online search to your top 10, and then your site visits to, let's say, your top 3 to top 5 homes that you absolutely love, preferably being, top 3, right? So you can narrow it down to the one that you really want, and then offer a contract. If you do that, then you should be under contract within 30 days from the start of your home search. With a purchase contract in place, the BAA, the buyer's agent agreement, is no longer necessary as the purchase contract supersedes the BAA. If the deal falls out of escrow, which means the deal got canceled for one reason or another, which is beyond your control, you can always draft a new BAA and continue working with your existing agent if things were going good. However, if things weren't going so well, you'll be free to go ahead and contract with a new agent once your existing BAA term expires, which is why I recommend that you don't go, longer than 60 days max on that contract.